All right, we are back. Thanks very much for waiting, guys. We just had to take a bit of a break after that insane series. It's almost like we needed a cigarette after the pleasure we both experienced during that during that ZVZ. Finally, got to see something that crazy.
That
Um,
was nuts.
yeah, yeah, it was insane. And name comes out on top. And like Sinistar said, the first game definitely has a chance to be the best game of the tournament so far. I mean, as far as the games have come now, that is the best game. So we'll see if Lando and Purge can keep us as entertained here as we move in to the first match in the final bracket of the winners round one. Now, while this loads up, just wanted to make sure you guys knew this is actually going to be the last series we cast today. Wasn't really the way we wanted it to, or wasn't really the way we planned it, but in the middle of the week we realized it's kind of harsh to expect players to be able to set up a time within 1 week to play two best of threes with two different people. So, I mean, most of the winners round two games got played, but they didn't all get played, so we weren't able to cast them all today. So we're moving into the last series, and I'll start by introducing in the bottom right corner of Deadwing, it is the green Protoss Purge.
And to the top left-hand side of Deadwing, the ever-pink Terran, MrLando. Probably the most masculine of Terrans.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I don't, off the top of my head, I can't picture any TVP games that Lando's played. I'm sure it's happened.
CTL,
I'm thinking
where he
it's
didn't
CTF.
go mass mine against Terran.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
Rip,
And
single tier, Bible thump.
and and we came second place.
He and Aura Research had a good series in TAI 4. Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. That was when I was brand new to the team. I was watching the stream, but I didn't really know who Mr. Lando was until he 4-0'd P Sosa in the finals. Then I was like, oh my god, this guy's like my hero. And then ever since
He's
then,
everyone's hero.
yeah, ever
I mean,
since
I heard he was president of Australia, right? Isn't that true?
it could be. I mean, we don't really hear
Yeah,
about anything that happens all the way over there, so who
yeah,
knows?
I can't read upside down English, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah. And let's talk about Purge a little bit. The PvP specialist, he got lucky. Well, I don't want to say he got lucky, but he was drawn into the Protoss group, and he was able to
Yeah, he
make it on
skilled
the
his way
group.
through that group.
Yeah, and I mean, he had some tough matchups too, but coming out in third place, doing a really good job, and now he's going to have his work cut out for him facing Mr. Lando. But the one thing I think he has going for him is I feel as though TVP is Lando's weak matchup. I could be wrong about that, but
Yeah.
I think I've heard him say that. So
And in my unbiased opinion, I gave Purge a helping hand with some practice games, so we'll see how these games go.
oh nice.
Yeah, he came to me, asked me for practice of, as always, I will always say yes unless I'm busy, in which case I'll say no. But it's like 95% of the time I will
Mm.
say yes. So we played some with Purge. I have some ideas of what he might do. We'll have to wait and see. For once, players know how to scout. Well done. Good job, guys.
You guys get the gold star sticker.
Yeah, the well done sticker. The Reaper is going to come down, see the probe. He's going to kill that probe, I think. But
Yep.
the probe's going to get in and see the reactor. You don't read that's a pylon.
what, what's that pylon for?
I mean, it's to build a pylon. If you
gonna
sometimes you
cancel
just
it.
need a pylon there. I mean, so occasionally with this kind of timing, you do see the pylon sometimes come down when like the
Oh, he finished it. He finished the pylon.
Sometimes you see the pylon to like block buildings landing on add-ons or to block add-ons from being built. But this is just a pylon. I'm not sure what this pylon is here for. Maybe it's just to see, he really wants to see what this reactor is going to be doing. If he sees a factory there, he has some reaction. If he sees it say on the barracks, maybe he has another reaction. So
Well,
I haven't seen that kind of pylon before.
I wonder if he
But we'll have
thought
to wait and see. Ah,
if
okay.
he could like put two chrono boosts into warp gate at the same time, it would like super speed research warp gate, and then he can put a zealot in there, and that would
Yeah.
do a lot of damage. So
But I mean, if it's like one of those old games and you speed it up so fast it just goes back to the start anyway, that'd be kind of sad. Yeah, so we are going to be seeing a one-base blink play coming out of Purge, which is something he was doing versus me in practice, and he did it fairly successfully as well. We had one of those very long drawn out, is the Protoss going to win or is the Terran going to win games for like 10, 15 minutes or so of him blinking in on one base and me just barely holding, and I did eventually just barely win out, but he did make a few notable mistakes, so it's good to make those mistakes in practice. Hopefully we'll see a much more refined build coming out here, but Lando did just fly through the main, and he saw the Twilight Council, and no expansion.
Yeah, he knows what's coming here. We got 2 extra gateways coming down. Did he see those as well? Oh, he didn't. Those got dropped as soon as the Reaper left. So, I mean, he doesn't know that there's going to be a 4-gate blink coming at him, and this is
I
going
think
to.
he does.
Well,
I mean, with the lack of a Nexus, that's 400 minerals gone somewhere else. But Lando has actually opened up quite unusually. He's opting not for the second barracks, but he's opting for a factory, and he's now getting a tank out. I think maybe he wanted to opt for some kind of Widowmine drop pressure, which is getting more popular recently. But after seeing the one-base blink, tanks are going to be pretty solid against that. But on Deadwing, there are many different ways to attack the Terrans. So this tank is going to have to be very well positioned. Okay, and Lando's just sacking the natural.
he's not. Yeah, he's not even waiting for the attack to come in. He's just moving out.
Yeah.
And that's a good idea because that's going to make the tank more effective because now he only has one area to defend. So I do like this. I mean, it's pretty obvious here. I'm pretty sure Lando can actually see that mothership core. Yeah. So Lando knows where. Oh, don't lose the mothership core. Oh my god. All right. Well, where are you going to blink now?
That should not have happened. I think the mothership core was there a little bit in advance, and there's also, I believe, the probe that was sent out to build a pylon was also picked off. Either that or it wasn't sent out. I think it was, though, so the Reaper must have found and killed it. It does have 3 kills on it, so there's, yeah, this pylon that's being built at the front here by Purge is very late, and Lando doesn't have a natural to attack, so there's already 1 tank out, there's 3 bunkers out, there's a missile turret being built, because with a Twilight Council will often come DTs, and there's a 2nd tank here as well. Lando is locked down. This is like Fort Knox up here, but Purge kind of has the faster expansion in a strange way.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's forced Lando into this major defense. Now, the best thing he can really do at this point is try to macro out of it. He put himself a little bit behind, but Lando's still making SCVs. He's going to be able to keep his worker count nice and high, and eventually he's going to be able to break this sort of soft contain that Purge has going on here. I mean,
yeah,
Purge...
it's really soft. I actually like that Purge isn't committing that hard to this contain. There's only 5 stalkers here. The mothership core is sadly dead, but I'd like to see that remade soon. But that allows Purge a lot of money to my turrets are purple. Apparently there was a rehost there for some reason. But yeah, it gives Purge a lot of money to transition out, get that Colossus robotic support bay up faster with this gas bank, and he'll be able to get that Colossus count up a bit faster. But yeah, here's the Widowmine drop moving up for Lando. Maybe his original plan.
Yeah, for sure. And this has potential. I mean, there's a Stalker in position, there's a mothership core at home. The Photon Overcharge is way off now, though. That's not going to happen. Looks like Purge is putting a few more Stalkers back into Lando's side of the map here. And Lando's going to try to land this expansion. I think he has more than enough to push this back. I mean, the Marines are going to have a little bit of trouble against some pretty good Blink Micro. But as soon as he gets into tank range... Oh! Yeah, he's going to have to...
He's like, what? That's a tank. Tanks are pretty unusual in TVP. Sometimes Tager tries to make it work on stream and fails miserably. You can't really go macro tank unless you're trying out mech, really. But... yeah, there's just going to be the 2 tanks here and then this mine drop coming in. And we do have an observer come out first with Purge, but it is going to be rallied across the map. So this might be a bit of a dicey moment here for Purge as this mine drop comes in.
I don't think the observer's going to get too far, though, before he realizes he has to turn it around. That pylon's in a pretty good spot now within Purge's vision. But he's not really reacting to it yet. The Widow Mines go down. And so far, everything for Purge is happening just on autopilot. Wow, 5 probes get taken out by that first Widow Mine. Second one is going to go ahead and burrow, and I think Purge decides to just counterattack here. That second Widow Mine is going to go off. It did go off. It got 6 kills, or no, 2 kills. So, yeah.
Pretty brutal.
Lando is...
Why these Mine drops are so popular.
And there hasn't been a reaction to it yet. The probes are still mining. That first Widow Mine is going to be able to go off. The Stalker's trying some blink micro here in the natural, but that was pretty lucky for Purge actually. Only one probe going down here, and finally the Observer is in position to take out.
No, it's not. It's dead. It's dead. The splash killed it. Oh my god, that's the story of today.
That's
Oh, I'm
ridiculous.
so sorry, Purge. Yeah, wow. These mines are going to get another shot. I mean, there's one at the back. It can't really move. It's one stalker shot away from dying. So I think that's just going to stay there. This one at the front, though. Oh, wow, I'm a liar. The sniper mine. This is so frustrating as Purge.
Yeah, I know, and he has his naturals like wide open to just move all those probes to if he doesn't want to deal with the mine. And Lando's even going to pick it up and leave with it.
Lando. Yeah. 13 probes. I think it's 13. I believe it's 17. Okay, that's even worse going down here for Purge. So Purge could well have been on nearly 40 probes right now, but he's only on 24. His natural is just barely mining. His main is half saturated.
Stalker's getting shredded by some pretty sweet stutter step micro by Lando. The stim is real. All these Stalkers are gonna, well, not all of them, but a huge handful of them being taken out here. And Lando's fully saturated on 2 bases now. Where's his third? His third is almost done.
Building.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit late, to be fair, but it's there.
Well, it's
earlier
late, but given the fact that Purge was 1 base blink and Lando decided to go for a faster factory and get those tanks out before going back into the normal 5 racks starport 3rd CC setup, it's reasonable given the time frame. But yeah, Purge is going to have to get some pretty miracle defense here. He does have the 1 Colossus, and I believe it has range as well. Yeah, it does. So he's going to be able to micro the Colossus a bit against the Marauders, but this is going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, we got the drop coming in from the right side and the main force moving out down the middle. The Colossi is going to help out for sure. I'd like to see a second one on the way if possible, but he's waiting for that 200 gas. So he can make one now. And there it is. Gonna have to chrono boost that bad boy.
Yeah.
He spots it with the Observer. He sees the attack coming, so he knows what's up. And he's going to be able to set up a nice, as good a position as possible. He's got some force fields as well that could help out. These Stalkers, though, are sacrificing their lives. They need to back up. He just needs to buy time.
He will have an overcharge. There we go.
Yeah. That's going to
buy him some time. But with the drop in the main base, 12 probes, 13 going down, 15 probes. The Nexus might even fall. This is brutal. You can't really even go and defend this drop because there's not enough army to defend the drop. You have to stay in the natural and try and get what you can done here. But with the Widow mine is also running into the mineral line in the natural, getting a few probes there, and the Nexus is going to fall in the main as well.
Yeah, some Zealot's going to try to save the Nexus's life, but that's not going to happen. And yeah, I mean, Lando is taking a commanding lead in this game. His 3rd base is down now. Looks like Purge is going to try to push out here, but he could get some nice force fields, but I think even if he did, he would still lose his...
I think he is going to clean this force up, actually. Lando's units are all streaming across the map, or they're in medevacs. I mean, Purge doesn't have a main base, which is a little bit of a problem. But at least he manages to clean up the force there, and he is on the 1 base at the end of the day there, with Lando setting up for a 4th base soon. He's got +2 attack finishing up. The 2nd starport is about to land on a reactor. He was pretty solid that game, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that drop in the main never got taken out, so he just killed pretty much everything in there. And that's going to be that for game 1. And Lando showed that he knows what to do against a blink opening, and he knows how to scout it. So we'll see if Purge has any other plans for game number 2 here, because I'm pretty sure a blink opener is not going to work.
Yeah, and that breaks Purge's 100% win rate versus Terran record. So sadly, that stat is no longer perfect. I mean, admittedly, it was a game, but